Folks, hello. Welcome to Tavern Chat. For me, this is early. It's just after 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm usually still fast asleep. But I was getting PMs and links to this posting on LinkedIn. And if you watch Diversity and Dragons video from yesterday, which he talked about, he was told that Project Sigil is essentially dead, that they laid off 90% of their programming staff, and he did the video from his car, which to me meant it was most likely, holy shit, true. Well, now we've got the proof. Andy Collins, senior writer, game designer, team lead over at Wizards of the Coast. Today, approximately 30 talented developers, 90% of the team, were laid off from the Sigil virtual tabletop team at Wizards of the Coast, including yours truly. I'm disappointed that we didn't get to continue working towards the full experience. By the way, that tells you something right now, right? He's saying it isn't done. The programming wasn't done. That we imagined, but happy for the opportunity to work on an intriguing challenge with so many smart and dedicated folks. I wish my former colleagues success in their future endeavors. I'll also be pulling for the crew left behind who'll do their best to keep improving and iterating the experience we shipped last month. If you're interested in talking with me about opportunities in game design, narrative writing, or team leadership, reach out. Be kind to yourself, and if you can, be kind to someone else. Well, it's not a complete surprise. I'm still surprised it's this early in the process. When I was at Page, I was discussing with another number of other YouTube creators, people adjacent to the industry, people with connections, people at the time that had play tested Project Sigil, and they were like, yeah, it's good for what it does. For that playtest part, that was done up to speed. But the thing is, that's all it was. Now, I was invited, couldn't take the invite because there was no OSX, and there won't be any OSX, folks. It's going to be Windows only. And if they just cut off 30%, 90%, 30 programmers, developers, any hope for any other platform but Windows is gone. But we had been talking about it, and like I said, I got the invite, and then a week later, they went live beta. Well, it wasn't even live beta. It was launch time. And here's the thing. I'm going to show another video. Not a video. I'm going to show another page. And my sympathies to Andy Collins and his team. Would have been nice if it was released in full, but let's see what the competition is that's already out there. And maybe that'll put a little, I don't know. Let's see. Tailspire. Now look at Tailspire. Look at Tailspire. What does it do that Project Sigil doesn't do? It's essentially the same. But Project Sigil is limited to 5e. Tailspire, my understanding is you can use the system that you want. You're not locked into this one walled garden, but that was the idea with Project Sigil. If you're using D&D Beyond to play 5e, play D&D, 5e, 5.5, whatever it is, remember, you're locked in. If you leave that environment, you can't export what you have. And all your files, all those books you own are locked in there. This is almost a repeat of 4E. It's a shame. Remax for those that have short memories. What did 4E promise? 4E promised a virtual tabletop with 3D dice that they stole the graphics from Fantasy Grounds, but I digress. That was the game plan, and 4E as a system was run to support that. Well, let's look at it this way. What is Project Sigil doing? It's supporting 5e 2024. 5e 2024 was written, from what I've been told, from people who bothered to read the rules, I haven't. It's still 5e, but it's changed in ways that would support digital gameplay, virtual tabletop. And now it appears that WotC is going to be writing off Project Sigil. I don't think they're going to close it. I just don't think it's going to become what they expected it to be. And I think that products like Tailspire, people now, Rob Conley is one of them, did a comparison between the two, and it was like night and day. Tailspire is ahead. WotC has proven themselves yet again that they don't know how to handle D&D as an IP. The OGL fiasco, this is another fiasco. We're going to be talking about it for weeks. The weak sales of the D&D core books and physical, I know, best selling ever if you include all the digital copies. But actually selling through brick and mortar, the sales are down. This pivot isn't working like WotC expected. And if they're killing the VTT, that was going to make this $1 billion property. And personally, for me, my point of view, I knew this was on the chopping block when it launched with literally no fanfare. No articles everywhere. Sigil is alive. It's alive. Everybody can now play in 3D terrain. It was a whimper. That whimper tells you a lot. So, WotC, it's going to be interesting to see your next step. But at least you keep things interesting for the rest of us. Folks, there's a live stream tonight. I'm sure this will be one of the topics. Holy crap. Be safe. Be well. God bless. Roll those dice. Roll. Hopefully, I'll see you all 8 p.m. tonight. I'll catch you later. Be good.